morning, everybody. Real quick, before we start this video, I just want to remind everybody, we have a handful of items up on the RTI Auctions website. It's an online auction located in Geneseo, New York. We've got a John Deere 8640 with a blade, a welder, a 4-star tedder, a hay elevator, a 12-row field cultivator, a 16-shank John Deere chisel plow, I believe it's 16 shank, and a hoof trim and shoot, and a dovetail / lowboy semi-trailer. So if anybody was interested in those items, I've shown them in a previous video. If anyone's interested in them, they are up on the auction. They are live through next Tuesday, the 6th or 7th or something like that. I'll get the exact date, but they are live on RTI Auctions right now. So check that out. There's that pink sky I've been waiting for. The official start to fall. And also it's game day. It is game day. For those of you guys super intelligent Cowboys fans, it's game day. Don't got a lot of hopes for this year, but it's still game day. Still gets you excited. So, yeah. It'll be a good day. Probably be disappointed tonight, but it's what it is. Also, happy late birthday to Hannah Eastman. Happy 16th birthday. Shout out. Today should be a pretty slow day. We're still kind of in that limbo, waiting for corn to dry down. Hay's done. We will be getting some hay from a neighbor here at some point this week, but they're going to chop it and bring it to us. So that shouldn't really affect our work schedules much. Yeah, the chopper is all set to go, except we're waiting on a set of knives for one of the drums. Had a cracked knife, and we were told if you replace one, you should replace all of them on that drum to keep it balanced. And John Deere did not have a set of knives for a corn head the first week in September. That kind of blows my mind, honestly. I don't know how that's possible. So a set of knives should be here in the next day or two, and at which time we'll probably go open up a field, make sure everything works, and we can start feeding some green corn to our heifers to preserve our fermented corn from last year. So yeah, follow along. We'll see what all we get into, and we'll go from there. Also, we got our IVF results from last video. The Phoenix heifer made 23 oocytes, and the Thorson daughter made 18. So, all things considered, not a bad flush. We'll see how many embryos we end up with, and the conception on them, obviously. So, leaves are starting to change. Just starting. Look at that. Boom, changing leaves. Boom, changing leaves. Yeehaw. Big legacy daughter. That's a little better. Much better, actually. All right, ladies, let's rock and roll here. Come on now. Let's go, let's go. Beautiful frazzled daughter here in the fresh group. Really nice cow. Ready to go to the parlor. Remember, guys, we milk 3 times a day. So 3 times a day to have an udder filled like that. It's a big win. It's a nice cow. Real nice cow. Real nice captain daughter. Sweetheart, huh? What are you thinking, ladies, huh? Charles, second lactation. Oh, nice cow. Lukaku. Zaz's daughter. Double checking that the gates are good. It's a nice helix. I've always liked our helixes. Yes, I have. You guys are sweethearts too, aren't you? This is my Delta Lambda. She's been in milk a couple weeks now. Got her work clothes on now. Got a Tim and a Bonza. Bonsai, I guess. All right, we'll go push the rest of these girls out. Another nice Charles, second lactation. This is a frazzled second lactation. She's kind of uglier than Sin, but boy, does she really work. I mean, you couldn't paint a better udder on. Real nice udder. Not so nice a cow. That's a chief daughter up there. I can't read this one. I'm not sure what this old cow is. Except for here, calved last night. She's a Porter daughter. First lactation heifer. I think she's gonna put on a pretty good udder. So what I do with the fresh group, I close all the center gates. I push, let the bunch that want to go. And then I'll push one side, usually the back side. And I'll scrape this side and then I'll push the front side. This just allows these cows here that are up at the feed bunk to eat more. I know it's only 10 minutes, but that's 10 more minutes of eating. That's 10 less minutes standing in the holding area waiting to get milked. Same with these girls at the water tub here. It just allows them to kind of go at their own pace. You can see some of these cows are just going to slowly work their way down without that stress of anyone pushing them. So that's kind of how I do the fresh group. All right, it is 10 o'clock. We came down with a water truck here, down to our Wellman, or not Wellman, down to our one of our old heifer barns here to get a load of water. Uncle Todd is out spraying all the new seedings. So figured being that it was slow, we'd come down and we'd grab 6,000 gallons of water, help supplement the water he's going to use in the sprayer, and help the wells at the farm. So usually takes about 45 minutes to come down, get loaded up. We've got this big electric pump with a 3-inch hose on it. Really puts the gallons out. You're still restricted down to 2-inch to go into the tank, but it definitely fills it faster. We used to just use one of those Harbor Freight Predator motor pumps. They did fine, but it did take about 20 minutes longer to get a load. So I already got the back tank loaded. We're just filling up the second one, and yeah, like I said, save a little bit of water. All right, we're back from getting water. We just got that chopper buttoned up. We're gonna go chop a load, see if everything works. It's starting to rain. Isn't that how it goes? That's literally how it goes. We're just gonna open up and see. Like I said, make sure everything works. Make sure the processing's working. And we'd have a load of feed to feed the heifers. So that way we can preserve some of our fermented corn silage from last year, because we are incredibly low on that. So a load is a load. Also, before we even get to the field, before I get these negative comments, this is hands down our worst field of corn we've got. It was literally, we planted it, it got dumped on for weeks. We hit it with a rota hoe. The emergence was terrible. It was wet, then it was dry, so it crusted over. Like, it was not a great situation on this field. So don't judge the absolute garbage corn. We're just gonna get that right out of the way. Again, this feed's just gonna go to heifers, so the higher moisture is not gonna hurt it terrible. Quality isn't quite as important with heifers, just wanna make a turd, so. We just more or less wanted to do a test run with this chopper, make sure everything was gonna work. As it is, the autofill is not working properly, so when we get back, we'll have to tinker around with that. Probably just a setting somewhere or something needs to be turned on, if I had to guess. All right, got the first load on. We had a tree branch when we were opening up, got in the way of the flow and just quickly blasted me here. That's part of opening up, never fun, but either way, I'm gonna take this back. We're gonna get one more load and call it good for now. We'll look a little better. It's always hard to judge the chopping length and stuff on the outside row, but yeah. And it's sprinkling. That's no fun. Either way, we'll accomplish what we wanted to do, which is figure out what's working and what's not. Currently, the autofill is not working. So, like I said, probably just some stupid sensor or button or something somewhere we haven't pushed or didn't turn on or something. Backing up to the driveway. Doesn't look like there's much of a ditch, but there's just enough where you probably better not twist something. Pop an airbag or something. half passes on a 5-acre field. The auto steer is working now, so that's excellent. There must have just been a button or something that wasn't pushed, like I said. And he said the auto steer and the auto fill, they're both working. So yeah, that's good. The length of cut looks good. The processing looks good. I can show you guys when we get back that, but I did hop out and check that. So yeah, good to go. We'll run a dry matter sample on the chop, on the silage here, and I put it in the upper 20s probably. It's wet, the ears are green, the ears are small, but it is what it is. Like I said, this is 2 loads of feed that we can use for the heifers and preserve our good fermented corn silage as long as we can. On a regular year, we'd have been chopping by now. We'd already been a couple 100 acres in. We probably would have had a starter pile, if nothing else, made and started fermenting. So that way we get, this is part of being short on feed and short on acres. We were supposed to have a lot more silage this year because we're going to be chopping 30% more acres. We're not going to combine anything this year, so we're going to chop everything that we had. We had 100 acres purchased from a neighbor that we're going to buy standing in the field, which is great. But the problem with chopping 30% more to get more feed is if you lose 30 to 40% of your yield, you're not any further ahead. Just how she goes. That's part of Mother Nature. That's part of farming. So yeah, either way, chopping corn is my daughter's first day of kindergarten today. My first day of chopping corn, even though it wasn't a full day, just a little bit. Just enough you get the smell of it. Smell of fresh cut corn silage. Now that's a smell. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you need to get to a farm this fall and smell fresh cut corn silage. It's probably my second favorite. I do love the smell of alfalfa. I do love the smell of alfalfa. I'd probably say alfalfa is my number 1 smell. But the smell of fresh cut corn silage, probably number 2. The smell of freshly turned dirt in the spring. Again, a lot of you guys don't know what I'm talking about. That's a smell, that's a good smell. Mainly because that one indicates that winter's over. So that's a positive. But yeah, the smell of fresh cut corn silage, it's pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. All right. So again, length of cut looks good. We like to chop at 3/4 of an inch, 19 millimeters where we have our chopper set. You get some of this stuff that comes through, especially in the shorter corn. The chopper likes to be fed, and when you're in not as much yield, it doesn't chop as good. But all in all, that looks really good. Also, as far as processing goes, you want to find your kernels, and well, you don't want to find kernels, I should say. Your kernels should be fully pulverized. So get a little piece there. But yeah, I don't see any whole kernels, which is good. Definitely not a very grainy corn silage in general, just because those ears are so small. But all in all, it's a start. It's feed the heifers, and go from there. All right, well, it is 4:30 now. Kind of been a slow afternoon. Got quite a shot of rain. Like, I mean, you guys see the puddles. Okay, pretty good shot of rain. I'm just up here at the Wellman farm, trying to find a heifer. We're getting ready to move a handful of heifers to try to make a little bit of room. Being short on feed this year, and we're kind of maxed out everywhere anyways. We're moving some open heifers, moving some pregnant heifers, just trying to free up a little bit of space. But one of the heifers that popped up on our list of animals to sell, we can't seem to locate. So I'm up here right now, gonna see if I can find her. But we're probably gonna go ahead and end the video here, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. Last thing I got to say, as a Cowboys fan, let's go Cowboys. I mean, 8.5 point dogs. Kind of hurts. New head coach, trading Micah Parsons. Kind of hurts. Starting your season against the world champions. But let's go Cow. I mean, to the new head coach, just let her fly. If you're going to lose, lose 40-42. Your defense isn't going to be great. Your offense should be high-powered. Just let it fly. Just let it fly. Just hit the pigskin. Send it. That's my opinion. Let's go Cowboys. Hope everyone has a good night. We'll see you all in the next one.